talk about some basic tools that you'll need if you're planning to take your dog to an obedience event. The portable crate, something that's lightweight, that zips open and closed, is a lot easier to work with in an obedience environment than a hard crate. It's also a lot easier to transport. If you don't have one of these, it's something I'd really highly recommend you consider. It breaks down quite easily. You can just zip it closed. It folds down, snaps shut like this. And the nice thing about this is that you don't need a big cart. You don't need a four-wheel cart to transport it. I use a luggage cart to transport, and it's a lot easier for me to handle. I don't need it anything more. So I can use the cart for my crate. I have my bag, which has food, toys, a little water for the dog, my obedience regulations, and all of that just goes in a bag. It fits really easily on this small cart. My towel that turns my jump into a high jump, and a miscellaneous towel so that when I put the crate down, it doesn't end up taking all the dog hair from the event home with me. And I can even get my little platform on this because it breaks down so easily, like this, and I'm all set to go. So I've got one hand free for the dog and one hand for all the things that I need. That would be my recommendation. As far as the dog itself, the one thing to remember about obedience is you're going to need either a flat buckle collar or you're going to need a chain collar. Those are the only two collars that are allowed in the obedience ring. You can't use any kind of a heavy correction collar, no prong collar. Also, it's important to remember that there can be no tags of any kind on your collar. So if you have a buckle collar on your dog that has identification tags, it's just really easy to swap it out when you get to the show for this and use this in the ring. It also gives the dog the knowledge that it's wearing something different. Oh, something different's about to happen. It allows the dog to differentiate between time when it's working and time when it's not. So that's some things to think about. The last piece of advice is be sure that you have a 6-foot leash, either nylon, cloth, leather. If you don't have a 6-foot leash, you'll need one for obedience. The 6-foot leash is a required length, so don't use a 4-foot leash. You actually can be disqualified if you don't use a proper leash of the right length.